Hey guys, I'm back and I'm still Kay. And I'm still the girl that likes to smoke and talk about anime. So I'm back with a review of season 1, episode 2 of Blood of Zeus. This episode opened up to a weird scene. All we see is this pregnant lady. Seems like the baby is coming. Oh no. And we hear her tell the nursemaid, the servant lady, I don't know how to refer to her, basically that don't tell the king because he'll kill the baby. And then she tells the servant, remember your promise. What promise? What would that be? And I'm sitting here wondering, who is the kid? So now, baby's here, king storms in, immediately grabs the child and proceeds to look at his eyes. It's at this point I realized that, okay, he must be looking to see if the kid has blue eyes or not. And I'm surprised when he finally pries little baby's eyes open and his eyes are brown. Everybody's happy, and then he embraces the child. But psych, labor starts all the way back up, and it looks like there's a second baby. Another boy.
Child. Another boy, my lord. Even stronger than the first.
Let me see him.
There are 2 placentas, my lord.
And that means?
The eyes on this child, however, are blue. Panic sets in. Eagle swoops in. And all we see is that the child ends up being saved. Before the scene moves on, I had already figured out at least blue-eyed baby, of course, was Hera. But it left me the question of, was the queen lady or the pregnant woman that we saw his mom? And then it also left the question of, okay, so what happened to the other kid? I guess we'll just get to all that later. In the meantime, Hera has found the bush. And he mines for his little life, brings it back to the old man. And as he's sitting there playing around in dirt, he draws this seal. He then asks the old man about it, and we find out that this is called the Seal of Corinth. Have no idea what Corinth is at the moment or how important that will come up to be later. We are reintroduced to Alexia and her soldiers. They went off on a quest after the first episode to continue to look for our new enemies, the demons. Okay, as we keep going, Mom gives us further backstory and confirms, yes, pregnant lady in the opening scene was her, and she was married to a king. She was actually married to the king of Corinth.
There's something I need to ask you. I had the most peculiar dream. You were a queen.
I was married to a king. But this was long ago.
What king?
King Periander.
The tyrant of Corinth.
Seems like that was an arranged marriage according to her. It doesn't seem like she was really with it. And it seems like at first the marriage to the king was a little abusive. So she proceeds to tell Hera that shortly after her marriage, she caught the eye of a god. Really, Zeus was peeping in on her as she took a shower, but look, she like it, I love it, so that's fine. Once Zeus realizes, okay, I kind of like this one, he proceeds to pretend to be the king and then starts to visit her. My problem with this isn't that he's visiting a married woman. My problem with this is, sir, do your research. It seems like Hera's mom and the king of Corinth had a very not loving, slightly abusive relationship. So when the real king would visit, it seemed like she would jump and she'd be scared. I'm assuming because he would either hit or grab her by the hair. And then when Zeus pretends to be the king and comes to visit, that's when she's met with like the loving and attentive actions.
At first, I thought maybe it was his temperament.
So, we see this woman, bunch of crows. Who is she? Boom, Hera, wife of Zeus. And she is pissed. She figures out where he is and kind of what he's doing. But Captain Savaho's son, Apollo, warns his daddy. They swap places to give his dad some time to give an explanation to Hera and calm her down. So Apollo is obviously with his daddy shits, as we can see. And we find out it's because Apollo himself is the son of not Hera, basically. He is also the one to tell Heron's mom that you're basically pregnant and it's gonna be a boy. So she's hit with like a oh shit moment.
He must really love you. He's never shown his true self to a mortal before, not too. Just like your son.
What son?
In the meantime, Hera's petty ass can't accept any of this, and she finds a way to tell the king about what has now happened and about the son that will be born that won't be his through his dreams.
And had them appear to the king in dreams, telling him he would have twins, one of which was not his.
We go back to the scene where Zeus ends up saving Heron and his mother. Turns out that King of Corinth died. Just trying to get everybody out of here. And of course, Heron's mom is like, but what about my baby? And Zeus makes the conscious decision and says that he is better off here, and decides that the other baby will be left here in Corinth, and he is gonna get Heron and his mama the hell up out of here.
No, my son!
Of course, Heron's brother is now next in line for the crown and is rushed out the room, I guess to be protected by his newfound soldiers, and will be raised to be the next king. Heron's mom explains to him that the reason why they are seen as a dark omen because of the clouds is because this is actually how Zeus is protecting them from the petty ass, bitter ass eyes of Hera. The clouds are supposed to keep those two, I guess, hidden from her little gaze and her crows.
In darkness, so Hera couldn't see us. That's why the villagers thought we were omens of misfortune. The dark clouds your father called forth that day have never lifted.
And then we also get an update on older baby brother, and it turns out that he is dead.
I thought he'd inherit the throne, but I was wrong. He was killed by his uncle, who coveted the crown.
He was killed by his uncle, who was coveting the crown, I guess. Seems like Heron's mom carries a little bit of guilt in regards to that. So as all of this is getting broken down to Heron, he finally has his oh shit moment and realizes that the old man is Zeus. And his first response to all this is Zeus is a coward.
Is the old man Zeus? Is he my father? For abandoning you, for letting you live like a dog, to have stones thrown at you?
What the fuck? Heron finds the sword that was made for him, and even with all the little light up tricks and the glowy, his response to all of this after finding out that Zeus is his dad is to throw the sword. again. Why? What the fuck? And then it gets stuck in a rock. Man, listen. Anyways, we flash back to Alexia and her soldiers, and we hear her mention something about Chiron the Wise. All we know is that that was her teacher, and then it kind of, that's it as far as that goes, because the demons pop up, and they're pissed, and they want their map back.
Give us the map.
We also see a demon riding in on a horse. I'm curious, who is this? Is he Hades? Is he just a random, like, high up demon? Like, who is this specifically? That's all I kind of want to know as far as that. So Heron's mom has a slight confrontation with Zeus in their house. You know, the whole you fear Hera more than you love me thing. And I mean, I feel you on that. Zeus, Hera got powers. All this one can do is be mad. But as the mother exits, we see one of Hera's crows, and now we realize, oh shit, it seems like Hera now knows where Heron and his mom may be. We flash back again, and we see that Alexia has escaped with the map. For the demons to be so interested in this map, I'm wondering what it's actually a map of. Like, is it a map of the underworld to the underworld? Is it a map to Olympus? Where are we trying to go with the map? All right, so then we finally get the moment where Zeus reveals himself to Heron. And after all the calling his daddy a coward and flinging swords and being childish, what does he do in this moment? Oh, Heron want to act shook. Nah, don't be scared now, buddy. Tell your daddy how you feel. But that's not really how that goes. He just asks how could you? Why did you leave us? She suffered. When? And it basically ends in him telling his daddy, I don't want to see you again. Next thing we know, poof, Zeus is gone. The episode ends. Alexia makes it to Heron. She's telling them to run. And then from the woods emerges this 3-headed dog demon. And then that's it. That's all we got, guys. So, a couple follow-up questions I have. Is Heron going to end up deciding to make a trip to where he came from? I don't understand why he would do that. I mean, especially if his brother was killed by the uncle. Or is Heron going to feel like, you know what, we have struggled for long enough. Me and my mom deserve something. I am the son of a god, and I'm also the son of a former queen. And is he going to try and take that kingdom back? I don't know. Maybe I'm just shooting a shot, throwing something out there. Next question, where did Zeus pop off to? Does look like one of Hera's crows saw them, so is he gonna go ahead and try and intervene in that situation? Are we gonna have to worry about her sending people after Heron? And are we gonna get another update with Apollo? King demon that rode in on the horse, is that Hades or is that just some random king demon? Now the 3-headed dog demon has arrived, does Heron regret throwing his sword? And are we gonna go get that? Is this going to reveal some like magic powers to him? And is this also going to grab more attention from Hera? So I know I said in the first review of this first episode that I did not think I was going to like this show because of how it's drawn. I still don't like the way it's drawn. But the storyline has taken a bit of a turn. Not going to say I like it yet, but I am going to say that I am very interested and I want to see a little bit more of what happens. I like the fact that Hera has an underlying tone of petty in this. So I like messy activities and I'm ready to see, how this plays out. So I will have episode 3 coming for you guys soon. In the meantime, if you guys know any other shows that you think I would like or you would like to see me talk about, drop them in the comments. All right, guys, I'm Kay. See you guys later.